Hey, so today we're going to be using a tire bubble balance to actually balance the tires. We just got back on the ground, so we're going to unbox it and show you how it works. So here's the box it came in. The actual product I got was off of Amazon. It was the Bullseye Level Portable Wheel Balancer, sold by Deals, and it was for $59.95. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox it and show you what that looks like. We got inside. So we got our base hole and then our spring-loaded balancer here that has a bubble in it, so you can kind of see the bubble floating around in there. So let's take it out. Here's the instructions. And it looks pretty straightforward. First thing you got to do is find a relatively level spot on your floor, and I've done that with a level, but it does balance pretty much by itself, so if you can find a relatively level spot, you should be good to go. It looks like this will screw into the bottom here. I'll probably have to take it out and screw it in and tighten it down. So we'll do that, and then we'll have to figure out how to actually set the balancer on here. So let me screw this in and then we'll come back. So one thing I'll point out is that there wasn't a lot of, I would say, lip or extra overhang to screw the bottom into, and so I turned it over and found out that the top screw was not screwed up all the way. So I think that it's important to make sure that the top nut here is actually all the way to the top of the screws before you stick it in. Otherwise you won't be able to reach, the bottom won't be able to thread on. So there's that. So I reached a bit of a problem here. Evidently there's supposed to be a pin that goes to the top of the shaft here for this balancer to actually rest on, but the pin is not here, so it must not have been in the box, so I have to send it back. Yay! So here's the balancer all put together, and as you can see, the bubble is centered. Just like that, and then you use those 3 screws once you get it on there to make any adjustments to make sure you get the bubble in the center. Now you just put your tire on there, make sure your center cap is all the way out, stick it on here and you press it down, and it goes down against this bevel here, and then that way you know your tire on all sides is also level. And then you check the bubble. And now we're just waiting for it to balance. And it's not too bad. As you can see, the bubble is favoring the right side there. So what I'll do is I have these strips with their 1/4 ounce weights with adhesive backing. And you just peel the backing off and stick it right on, and I'll probably put some duct tape or something over it too. So it probably won't take too many to get this one done. So looks like I'm back on center, and all I did was add 3/4 right there, 3/4 weights. So what I'll do is I'll probably take a couple of readings, probably take it on and off again, see if I get the same reading. Just because you never know from each time you put it on if you're doing it the same way. So that's still good and balanced. The problem is it's so sensitive. And there's play in those springs, so if you set the tire on and you start out and you're maybe too far this way, the springs will adjust, will move as you press down. But when the springs move, they throw off the balance. So it's hard to get an accurate reading. I've gotten 3 different readings now. Every time I put it on differently. And it all has to do with how I initially put the tire on the ring. Like if I'm a little this way, or a little this way, or a little this way, it changes how. And I have a cat touching my tire. Let me show you what I mean. When you press down, this thing moves back and forth. Just this top piece. So if this top piece is over here, you know, the bubble's going to be over higher on this side. If I put it down and it favors this way, the bubble's going to be higher on this side. And I guess that's why we're getting different readings. I mean, when I take it off, it's still perfectly center. And now this one's giving me a different reading again. Perfect reading there. But again, it's more weight. Let's try it again. And this is a totally different reading. So I think the last one was right here. And now this one is right here. So here, 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 here. I even had one over here. This one's giving me a different rating still. So I don't know, maybe there's something I'm not doing right, or this bubble balancer is just too rudimentary, I guess. Too much play in it. That I can't get the same reading if I do it over and over. I got one here, I got one here, and I got one here. And some of them are even different weights, so I don't think I really trust. I think I'll just take this to the shop and get them to do it on their balancer. So there you have it. If you do end up getting a bubble balancer, hi. Here's the pin.